everybody. Once again, we're here again on my Jerome Wright YouTube channel, here on YouTube. And as those of you that have been following my videos, you know that through my paranormal experience and encounter, which actually allows me to be mentally drawn into areas of mystery surrounding that of our ancestors and ancient megalithic structures and or ancient structures that have some type of symbolic meaning or symbolizations to them that the masses of us do not understand. Okay, through my paranormal experience and encounter and my multidimensional sense of awareness and vision and being, period, I am able to bring to you logical reasoning and factual explanation why structures like this can be viewed for actually what they truly are. All right, here, this is Washington, the Washington Monument, the obelisk. There it is right there. And we have, you have some experts or theorists that have identified this location, this cross center here, as being the Piscis vesica or vesica Piscis, whatever how you like to say it there, which represents the female organ, reproductive system, system, or the vagina. Okay, the egg, the ovaries, whatever. I mean, whatever you want to go at it with, the female vagina. All right, I'm going to go right down to this, and go from there. And I'm going to give you what I know. When I look at this, I'm drawn into it because I go beyond this. I go into the realms of ancient everything, and I'm connected to everything that is ancient here in our world. So before there was this, there was our ancient Egyptians, ancient Anunnaki, ancient everybody, ancient Africans, ancient apes, everything. And all of this stuff, people, I am genuinely connected to. And in being connected in that way allows me to show you what is here. And this is like child's play to me. Okay? So we have the Piscis vesica. All right? It represents the female organ, the fertility and the female vagina. When I was growing up, I called this, street terms for it, I called it, when I grew up at, I called it a straight out pussy. That's what I called it. I didn't have that Pisces vesica name. That's probably why I can't even pronounce it. But I say pussy very well, don't I? But yeah. So here we have a pussy. If y'all don't mind me saying that, okay? Let me call. I call things as I see them. So we have a pussy. A pussy belongs to a female. Okay. And in some cases, when I was growing up and all, instead of so to get away with calling a pussy, I would add the term cat in it. You know what I mean? So say your pussy cat. All right. So lo and behold, there's Garfield. There's Garfield's ears. So I got my childhood pussy, which is your Pisces vesica, and I got my cat, my term that I actually call it. A pussy cat. Okay, so what is a pussy cat doing here on the lawn here of this National Washington Monument here? Well, it's a symbolization, an ancient symbolization that is actually stolen idea, stolen technology, a stolen concept that have evolved not just through ancient Africa and ancient Egypt. It was actually through ancient Rome and passed down, and finally here it is in ancient Washington. So to understand why this is here is to understand why all of the other is there, and I have that understanding. So now I'm going to verify myself first about this being a pussy and a cat. Basically what this is stating is that through the genetic bridging and manipulation of mankind, at one point in time, genetically, the cat, not specifically our household pet the cat, but the idea, the ancient rooted genetic of the cat, the prehistoric version of our cat, contributed to the genetic altering of mankind. And it is being recognized in symbolization right here. Okay? Now, what did this cat do? Well, if you notice, well, first of all, well, yeah, because I'm going to get to, if you notice, let me keep going. If you notice that one of these circles get longer than one another, and it goes in like an egg form. It is what it is, people. It creates an egg. So out of an egg comes a seed. So if you look closely at this building structure here, or this these structures, it creates again a skull-like image, which creates that of the skull of the cat, which I'll get into it. Then on the other side here, down where the mouth would be, if you looked hard, split, I can see images of what may and may not, kings and queens wearing their crowns right there. That's what I see. Are we there, people? Are you there? Are you there yet? Okay, yeah, you're there. Okay, let me make sure my finger's right here. So I'm seeing a split head of a king and a queen, as you would see on cards, on a deck of cards, the head side by side. And I'm seeing that jumping off right here. I'm seeing my cat skull here. And this building here is just separating the two. Okay, cleverly creates the eye sockets, as these would be eye sockets of the skull of the cat. Okay, now, the obelisk. What is that doing? Well, if you look at the shape of the obelisk, okay, which is almost seemingly like four triangles which come together, people, if you look at the nose of the cat, because this is right sail squinted in there, this would create a nose of my cat. So we have the image of the cat's pussy, and the would-be nose of our cat. Meaning that through this creature, new genetic founding stone building blocks were made for that of mankind. And this is being symbolized through that. And this is what is being discussed here in this aerial view. Hard to believe? No, don't be. Hold on. Because I got to take you and I'm going to show you. You see that bulb on the top right here? You see the eye sockets? You see that? It creates, and depending on the resolution, on the distance that you come to and from, you can actually see all of which I've described here, which creates that of images, multidimensional images of beings that calls for who we are today. This is why you have that elongated egg right here, because it shows you through the body of the cat pushed out these genetics, and through ancient rooted royalty, these genetics were maintained. Now, okay, before I go into the images of the cat, I'm compelled to talk about, go to the skull of the cat. We're stuck on stupid with this Freemasons bullshit, with this Illuminati bullshit. You know, let me tell you people that before there were Freemasons, before there were the Illuminati, there was ancient rooted religion, which has been around for seemingly forever. Then there's this ancient rooted kingships and queenships. These people govern our world, whether you want to believe it or not. The Illuminati is not shit. The Freemasons are not shit. However, ancient rooted religion and ancient rooted kingships and queenships are the shit. So it kills me when I see clowns on TV, or clowns that do not understand anything about anything, because if you want to give credit for this, you have to give credit to where it's due. Credit for this is through ancient rooted religion and ancient rooted royalty. Those that have went and stolen the ideas globally from all of those that came before us that had the knowledge to create designs like this that could only be seen from the air. This is not no Freemasonry. This is bigger than that. This is bigger than Illuminati. This is bigger than demonic crap. This is bigger than all of that. This is about stolen and suppressed technology that came from our ancient ancestors that knew that our being was about something that was far more bigger than that of everything you could possibly ever imagine. So, let me go back through this. We have our cat. We have our cat's image. We have the cross. And by the way, people, if you ever seen a skull of a cat, which I'm going to bring up, the eye sockets are big in that sense. Now we got your Pisces vesica to intersect. These are crossing purposely because that's what the symbolization, this is what is accepted here. The Pisces vesica, which represents the vagina. So I gave you your vagina, y'all gave it to me, and to give back to you. So now we have a pussy, literally a pussy. In the sense of it there, and then in the sense of it here. So we have two pussies. We have a pussy cat. Now, the skull of that pussy cat is there. Then you have multidimensional faces of kingships and queenships right there. Okay, so it's my position that this whole thing, depending on the resolution in which you look at it, it is created. Now, let me go to the cat. And by the way, I found other things too, people, but I'm gonna hang out here, and I'm gonna end this video on this note. Let me go over here. All right. Now, look at how people are taking the symbolization of the cat and transforming it into that being that. Look at this figure here. Why would a person take a royal-like scenario, okay, have a female, and then put a cat's head on it? Yeah, it makes you go, Now, let's keep going up because this gets deeper. I'm gonna go to the perfect skull, by the way, people. You begin to wonder, where we at here? When you start seeing things like this, okay, and I gotta go up more. Hold on, let me go up more. I want to show you something, people, because I gotta find my perfect skull to give you, but I'm gonna make a few examples first. Here, see the black cat on top of the skull? You see that, people? Look at these symbolizations with the cat and that of the woman. Look at this. Check this out. I'm going to keep going down. I'm going to give you, look, these subliminal messages, as you want to call them. Look here. The bones cross, the image of the cat. You see that? I'm going to keep going, people, because I'm going to hammer this message home. There's a, okay, hold on. There's another skull over here with a cat. You see that? Let's keep going. And I'm going to take you to the perfect skull. And I want to show you something about that skull. Which one can you see the best? Okay, there's another skull with a cat over there. Where are we at here? Here's a cat skull on a person right here. In fact, in the skull, there's the head of an ape in that skull. I bet you they don't even know that. I wonder if I can show that to you. In that skull, and I bet you that they don't even realize it. I wonder if I can I zoom in on that? Let me zoom in on that image right quick, because I'm going to show you something. If I can get that to go in closer. I bet you won't be able to see it. If you Google cat skulls, just Google skulls of cat. Where we at here? Where am I? Am I there? Right there. When you Google cat skulls, okay, that's what I Google, cat skulls. Go to this image right here and look in the eye right there. People, I promise you, there is a head of an ape inside of here. And I guarantee you that there's no way in my mind that anybody could have realized that that was actually, well, I don't know. Let's say lifted it from another image. If this is a lifted image from somewhere, then, but people, if you look in there, in fact, I got to take a picture of that. There is an ape inside of there. In fact, I click on that image? Let me click on that image, because this is good. I like this. There you go, right there. Look. Okay. So, check this out. Let me give you the teeth. There's the bottom chin. There's the teeth, the nostril area, and there's the eyes. This is the head of an ape. And in fact, I have my little mother of creation, which is right here, and she has cat ears on her. Right there, cat woman. And the head of an ape. Can you guys see that? Google cat skulls. Go to this, enlarge it, and I guarantee you that you will see that. You know what this is meaning, people? Everything that I've been saying all along in all of my videos, that art that carries these hidden underlying messages describe how from our ape and African ancestor came Africans, Asians, and then later through to our Caucasians. And through the help of creatures such as ancient rooted bloodlines of that of cats, other likenesses of mankind came, which calls for the likenesses of our Caucasians, which is here, Caucasian white skin. And this is the reason why you have the blonde hair, the blue eyes, the red hair. You see, you get the message, people, where everybody else on this, on each continent is consistently the same. Whether you have Africans, they're African. You have Asians, they are Asians with the same hair, no different, no variations in the eyes, unless somewhere they were changed down the road. But when you come to our Caucasian counterparts, there is this deviation in genetic identities. And for so being, this is how this happened. And you have certain hidden groups that know how it was done. So when you Google, this is cat skull tattoo by Nefarious Ink Tattoo. Okay, so cat skull tattoo by Nefarious Ink Tattoo. That's Nefarious Ink Tattoo. However, I'm believing that this artist did not know this, and that this is a copy tattoo that came from somewhere, which has this information based in it. But I can see the ape, and I can see the mother of creation in there. All right. But anyway, I'm going to keep going because I don't want to get sidetracked. Let me click out of that and go back to my cats, because this is what this is about. Washington and my cats. All right. I want to get the perfect skull to come up to show you. All right. What the hell? I'm seeing something else up in here, but you know, let me use this as I'm seeing something else on there. Okay. See, people, here is the cat skull. I'm going to show you something about this cat skull. The cat skull, the eyes in the cat are that big, like that. It's my position that at the Washington Monument, what is happening here is that they created to where they came across, and it created not just the cat, but it's showing you the vagina of the cat. And in the center, it creates that familiar triangular look. If the cat had its nose on it, my position is that here, well, hold on, because this is a perfect, here, this is the perfect skull that I want. And I wonder if I click on it, can we bring this up? Look, yeah, okay. Yeah, let me, before I get sidetracked. Okay, there you go. All right. Okay, we're here. It's my position that this here creates that area where the obelisk is in Washington. And this point here, just imagine this. Look how this is shaped, people. Look. Let's let this be the Washington Monument there, coming up, creating the nose of the cat, that area. Those circles coming in create the Pisces vesica, which is in the center here, which also is insinuating the vagina of this creature, which is the cat. And then it also gives you with the elongation of that one eye socket that an egg was formed, and it's showing you from that egg, it's showing you the skull of this creature off on that monument side that I just showed you, along with that of a kingship and queenship figure wearing a crown. Now, if you still want to believe that all of this sounds far-fetched, then keep asking yourself, why do images like this keep appearing before your eyes? Why is the cat shown with the skull, and then I've just shown you the same exact thing in the United States Capitol? And there is something else, other things that I actually see too, because it's strange that, let me go see if I can go to the owl in Washington. I'm going to show you some other things. See if I see anything else before I click out of this. Oh, I did. I was almost going to screw up. On that building with the bulb on his head, you see this bulb on the head of the cat right there? I'm going to go back to that Washington image, because on that building, it's my position that this bulb is actually being insinuated. Now, this is an older type. This is an older skull of the cat. So this is what's actually being shown on that building, as opposed to that of our almost seemingly like household cat. The older skulls from where this creature evolved from, the cat evolved from, had this type of skull. So when we go back to our Washington monument and everything that I have found, look, even here, people, even here, look it over here. I'm going to click on this image here as well too. This is why you become impressed by images like this. Now, what would inspire an artist to put a bunch of cats to create the skull? You see how this ancient knowledge comes to fold? Look at here. Oh, hold on, let me click on this here, because all of this is showing us. Look here. Another head of a cat. Showing darkness. Look, these dark spots create the eyes. Look at this. In my mind, black bridged over white, or white bridged over black. All right. Through the help of the cat came white. So through the cat came white. Genetic change. Now, mind you that our white counterparts wasn't always around. So what it's discussing is that at a point in time in ancient history, off the continent of Africa, which is discussed here in black, by those black skulls, there was a genetic change, an altering, where there was an intervention with the cat, and the cat is in Egypt on everything, showing you where the cat is embodied with other beings of Egyptians. It helped further Egyptians and other ancient civilizations further genetically by bridging themselves over with this creature to become a genetically different and lighter version than that of their African and ape counterparts, our ancestors, if I said that right. All right, now let's keep going. And here's that skull again with the bulb on it. I'm gonna do that one more time. Those big eyes, those Garfield eyes, you see this part here? I'm gonna go back to that building and show you that these type of skulls with the cat, and there's one over there as well too. Let me bring that up, because actually my friend was actually talking about how they look like Ultraman, how not this look like Ultraman, but she's been on Ultraman lately. So Chris, there's your Ultraman right there. Look at that, Chris. There's your Ultraman. The Chinese, in case y'all don't know, that Ultraman is from a Chinese created show where almost like that with Godzilla and all of that, this, that, and the third. But look at that. You see that? And this, I'm insinuating, is on that building. And this area here of the nose of that, of the what to come there, creates where the obelisk is. But I'm going to go back to that because I actually have to go to something else. Oh, okay, yeah, I can probably get that from here. All right, now, that part on the cat that I just showed you on the skull, that bulb on top of his head, it's my position that this is a symbolization of that. Okay? And it's not just that is creating, it's showing you that this is an egg. The ovulation of an egg. And it's showing you that through the egg, there was a seed taken out from the cat. Through the cat, there was a seed. And through that seed, there was a bridge. This building representing a bridge. And right here is the image of kingship and queenship in my mind. Right there. Right here. Wonderful story, isn't it, people? Garfield, the cat. The cat references the pussy, which is your Pisces vesica right here. If this was viewed in the sense of even a cat with its nose, this would be right there where the cat's nose would be at, the obelisk, or taking out of the vagina new founding stones, which were created through in a cauldron or a cult-like way. So through the vagina came, if you will, new founding stones, or the pineal gland, the penis, created through a genetic bridging with the creature of the cat family. Now, there's something else that I want to go to with you while I'm here before I click out. Because I found on another, on an aerial view. Oh, here it is here. This might be it right here. This might be perfect. Oh, please don't go. Please don't go. Please don't. Oh, gosh. This is, now, you know what? I was just going to click on this and I lost it. And I was just going to show you something very interesting and I got zapped. Okay, let me see if I can click into something else here. I'm going to go back to that right quick for a minute. All right. Now, And this is hard, people, because I'm reaching up under something to get to this. Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm reaching up underneath this to my pad, and it's actually very difficult. So I'm just going to try to misspell it right quick and get up in here. Obelisk. Oh gosh, I can't even see what the heck I'm doing. I didn't even type it in at all because I can't see what I'm doing down here. Oh, this sucks. Oh gosh. This sucks. Alright, people, a good video again gonna go to hell. Let me see. Let's try it. Let me see where we are. I misspelled it. Okay, fine. Okay, good. Go ahead. Come back. Okay, we're back on it again. Alright. Alright, let me see where okay, we're back up here again. Good. Okay. Well, it's amazing that we're up here with this now because I want to try to click on here. Right here on this image. Damn it, just did it again. People won't let me stay there. There's something going on here. There's something strange about this because it won't let me go. All right, I'm gonna bring it back up again, and now that it did that to me again, I know that there's something more to it than that. There's something going on here. It just did it again, so I know I didn't screw up the first time. I'm gonna do it one more time. That sucks. Alright, we're going to go one more time, people. Let's try it again. And, okay. And we're going to go here. Come on. Alright, I'm not going to try to click on it this time. I'm not going to try to click on it again. Alright, hold on. Where we at? Can y'all see my finger go here? Yes, you can. Alright, check this out. I seen this, and when I see things from the air like this, I can see something here in this darkened area. And when I seen this on TV, I'm going to tell you exactly what this is and what I first saw when I looked at it. So when you Google this image right here, okay, I look at this in this darkened area, the landscape right here. Now I'm going to tell you somewhere else over here there's a horse, and I'm gonna do another video and I'll show you. But you see this darkened area, this blotched area right here? It's actually created with greenery, landscape. I believe it's like this here. Okay, and I believe that that's the way it's created. And it's my position that these cubes that it's actually created in. At first, when I seen this, you know what I saw there? I saw an owl wearing a crown. A royal crown. That's what I first saw. Now in this resolution, what I can see is like a black face wearing a crown and almost like a cross in the center of his head, which represents that of our ape and African ancestors, which, by the way, people, makes sense as if you want to look at who you truly are and where you came from. Because in order for any place to represent of genetically where mankind came from, the image of the ape, our Africans must appear as well. It's a symbolic message that has always been in place. So this shouldn't make, now I have another image. I'm going to do another video because I've actually found an owl in this area. And I also found a horse, and I believe that the horse is in here, because this looks like the other darkened area that is there. But when I get the image and bring it, I'm going to produce it. But this may be the horse here, and then this is an ape created by the landscaping in that area. All right, so we're going to come back to that. Now, I'm going to take you now I was looking up images of owls wearing crown because that's what I first saw. I saw. So when I did that, I started Googling owls wearing crowns, and of course I found the image, but also I ran across this image, which is right here, which they stated that this is an image of the owl. And I guess as they're calling it the Masonic owl or whatever, they're saying that that is the image of an owl right there. Now, where they see an owl, it's crazy because in the other image that I first showed you, I seen an owl wearing a crown. So now when I went to see it in a smaller resolution, I saw the ape wearing a crown. Now here, they see an owl. What I see is a royal crown. That's what I see. So I'm here on point because I was Googling. I didn't even know that they stated that the owl was in this area. I Googled owl wearing crowns, and this image actually popped up. And they said that there's an owl in Washington, and in the Washington state area, the cement, I guess the way the cement is formed, creates the head of an owl. But I was looking for the image of an owl wearing a crown. So by Googling owl, that had came up in another search that I was doing. But as soon as I looked at this, the first thing that came to mind to me was the royal crown. Now, that may sound crazy to you, but then and again, it shouldn't, because ancient rooted royalty and ancient rooted religion, they rule the world. So why wouldn't their crown be on Washington, D.C.? And simple-minded people like George Washington that thought that he was larger than life, this God figure, this divine figure, as shown in dome-like cupolas that he put himself descending into heaven, he was fooled by artists that he had to go through, because the peoples that he used to make paintings and do a lot of his work, where did they come from, or where did they get their knowledge from? They go through, you know where all of this stuff come through? Ancient Rome, because the same people that was helping Washington had been in the Vatican. See, people, this technology to do stuff like this didn't come through the Freemasons. So please, get off of that shit, because you make me mad when you talk about it. Get off that shit when you talk about the Anunnakis, Illuminati, and all of that crazy, because they didn't get that stuff from there. This ancient rooted knowledge came through those that actually been around with the longest staying power and had the resources and the means to go around the world and steal all of this technology and then suppress it from the masses and give you something brand new in the form of religion. Now, I'm offending you now? Listen, let me tell you something, people. You came from this ancient Egypt. Before that, there was ancient Africa. So how in the hell am I offending you by you telling me that I'm offending a religion or anything that came long after what was already previously established? You offend me. How in the world can you give me anything religious after this, or ancient African that came before that, or the ancient ape species that came before? How can we actually establish that now ancient biblical or ancient royalty religion is what is gospel of our world? You can't do it. You are foolish to believe so. I would rather go back to ancient Africa, and if they were if they had a rock god with a face on it, and if that was proven to be the oldest stone on this planet, and it had a face on it, and they said that was God, I would rather believe that first over everything that came after that, even ancient Egypt, because of the fact that our ancestors came from that location. This is the reason why we have so many problems today around the world. Because all of this stuff is designed to create a worship, to create a fear, and to create a power base for those that enjoy the ancient rooted knowledge of who we truly are, and then sell it back to us, commercialize it back to us in our minds, and say that you better fear us, because if not, bad things are going to happen to you. This is when I have a problem with people. Now, I see a crown, and if you look here, you can almost see a crown with jewels. If you look close, I'm going to see if I can bring that up. But look, I might click on it again, and it might go all the way out. Yeah. There you go. Oh, damn. Look at that, people. It went right on out. You see that? That sucks. All right, I'm going to get out of there, because obviously somebody don't want me to get that going. Okay, I'm going to go back to this cat skull. I'm going to close out on the cat skull. So people, I'm going to close out. Oh, you know what? I got to go back to that, because I wanted to show you. All right. So it's my position, people, if I get me look at this skull here of the cat. You can almost see something crazy on that when you turn it upside down. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, that's almost crazy there. Look at this cat skull turned upside down, people. It creates the face. Mouth, nose, eye. This is pretty, people. This is what the hell I almost see at that building, that entrance building coming in. Remember when I said it was in an egg shape, people? When I said that I'm gonna have to take you back there. When I said it was in an egg shape, this is what the hell I see. I see a face like this here, eye, face, and look, this here would create the crown. And then the teeth would create the spikes in the crown. This is what I see, and I'm not even realizing it all, but because there's my oval egg shape there. There's the eyes right there that I was showing you. So it's a skull upside down, and I got to hold that thought, because this is exactly what the hell I see over there on that other side of the Washington thing there. So I'm going to go back to the Washington Monument. Now hold this thought, people, because look, there's the oval shape that creates the top of the bulb of that skull, of that cat skull. Okay, then there were the eyes and all of that. Look, these holes right here, and then the kingships and queenships. So I'm going to show you this and this face. You see that face there? Let me bring that in closer, because that's what I can see on that building. And then I got to get out of here. Look, you see how this creates the face of a man? Look. And this is the cat skull turned upside down. Eye, nose, and then there's a mouth. And then this is creating like a crown for those that want to see it like that. Look, you see how that creates like a crown? Look, right here, crown. This is what I'm seeing. And then there's the eye socket. There's an eye socket. Now watch this. I'm going to go back to, let me go back to Washington. Here, let me bring that up. So I'm going to flip back and forth. And then I'm going to turn around. Wow, I can't believe that. There it is right there, that what I was trying to describe, what I just saw in a multi-dimensional sense. Okay, now, let's go through this again. Washington. Am I doing? Okay. Damn, I'm upside down here, people. This sucks. So I'm gonna go Washington obelisk. Is it popping up? Okay, yeah, there it is there. Don't click on nothing else. Alright. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do aerial view. Come on back here. Come on back here. Oh. Let me try air. I'm just gonna put air. and then click out of here and see what happens. See if I can get it that way by cheating. If not, I'm gonna have to. Oh fuck! God. All right, I gotta back out of that, people, and go aerial view of out. Aerial view, and it's running together because I'm down here. I can't see crap. Washington obvious. Let me see. Oops. I can't see the keys. I can't see. All right, I might be able to get it like that, even though it's all misspelled all over the place. Let me see. Oh gosh. All right. Damn, people. I'm gonna leave this video going too, because I'm not gonna change it. Because if I'm having all this trouble, that means that the energies around me. Aerial view. Washington. How come it ain't? How come it ain't Washington obelisk? The setup that I got here, people, is actually. Let's see if that'll go. The setup that I got here, people, is actually stopping me from doing anything here. Okay, we're back at it. Okay, about time. Gosh. I can't see from where I'm at. Look at that. Can you see that almost like that ape face there? But anyway, let me where are we at here? What do I need to do? I need to get in one of those images that allows me to show you that skull and stuff that I was actually wanting to show you. And I don't see it now. Okay, let me go back. I'm trying to pull up that image, people, and then I'm gonna close this video. Oh gosh, I wish I would have just stayed on the point and I'm in images. And it's amazing that image is not. Oh, this might be it over here. Here it is, right here. Now you can't see it here. You can't see it like I wanted to see it. But anyway, all right, I'm in close, more closer than I wanted to be. But it's my position that these eyes right here create that scenario. Imagine this as a skull, and this here is creating that same scenario of which I just described, which is right here. So this right here in that area, I'm stating, can be equated with, and this here being the egg, like so, can be equated with what I'm seeing here, like this right here. That's what I'm stating right here. That part, the way this is, that face in there, and the way this is right here is all, and these creating the eyes, is my position that can be equated with what is here, because I'm seeing that bulb, that skull piece, and then here I'm seeing a separation in the face of kings and queen. There's a queen and a king, and I'm seeing a face in there, like right in this section here. And this here is creating like the eye of the cat, like right there. And this building is like pretty much is like right on top of it, like bringing, like there being a bridge connection between that. You see what I'm saying? Almost symbolizing what is almost being said over here. So what I just described to you about there being the skull, this being the cat, this being the pussy of the cat, and founding stones being taken out, then this eye being elongated, the egg, and this is showing the extraction of what's being pushed out. That this, and then this being a cat skull, and I'm seeing kingships and queenships, which represent ancient rooted royalties, is explained in a sense of what I just showed you right here. Like if the person that created that stone structure that can be seen this and created that idea, because before I even found this, I seen it in the Washington structure there. So how can I see something and then show it to you verbatim of what I just explained? And I just found this with you here in this video. But this is exactly what I'm actually showing you, because there's a cat there's an image of the cat. There's an image of a man in there. There's his face, the nose, and the eye, and then there's the man wearing the cat's upper plate, or in the mouth, the roof of the mouth, as its crown. Look at that. So I can, in fact, I'm going to print this and draw this out, because basically what I can do now is I can take, and probably there are some kings and kings out there like that, is from based on what is here, I can draw your face in there. There's the chin, there's the mouth, there's the nose, there's the left eye, there's the right eye, and through the roof of the cat's mouth, this is what is there. So now I can draw a face in all of this, and that's what I just plan on doing. So so let me download that picture right here while I'm discussing this with you. I'm gonna print that out, and I'm gonna draw a picture. In fact, can I? Oh, I can't print it now, and I can't because my printer is not hooked up to this computer. So that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna download this, save. Oh gosh, I tell you people, this is crazy. Alright, we're gonna save. But this is how it all goes down. So people, look at this, people. Here's an interesting picture here. Look at these images. Look at this, people. Look at the skull. Look at the cats. Look at the rat, and then look at the keyhole. A cat in the head of a skull of that of a human figure. A bunch of rats dancing around, and the skull forming that of a keyhole. So what the hell is that telling you, people? Everything that I just described to you. Look at this. And this is the symbolic message behind it. The messages, the underlining messages in all of this stuff which you can't figure out. And certain people hold the enjoyment of having this knowledge. But now, thanks to my findings, you can look at this stuff for really what it is. But look at this. Look at that. And I spent too much time in already. But I'm going to go through it one more time since I done screwed up miserably. Now, again, people, I'm gonna make this go down. You see how in different resolutions, look, in a smaller resolution, are back further. In fact, can I bring that back further for you? Look at how that becomes a skull. I'm gonna slide back. All right, now where are we at here? I'm gonna leave it back. Look at how this takes on the shape of a skull. Look at that. You see that? And then the closer that you come into it, and I'm going to bring it in closer, watch how it becomes, like it's in the distance, it looks like a skull. And then as you start coming in, it goes away. I'm coming in slow, people. Where are we at with this? How much time do I have? How much recording time? 53. Okay, I'm going back out of this video. I'm coming in slow. Look at how you can almost identify it as a skull, and just when you go to make the identification, it disappears on you. And I'm talking about this right here. Look at that. I'm bringing it in slow. And that's the way these things play tricks on your eyes, because they're multidimensional images that, unless you know specifically what they are, what they represent, they're meaningless. And this is the reason why you have the image of a cat, which is Garfield. Oh, not Garfield, but cat. You have a cat's pussy, the cat's eye, which could be created by the skull, which creates the piscis vesica, or the pussy that I mentioned, and then the left eye of the cat creates also an egg, because that shape is different from this. So it's sand pushed out of the body of the cat. Look, here you go. I'm going to do this again, people, because this is going to get very interesting. Let's do this again. The cat ears, Here's the cat eyes, which represent in the skull the cat eyes, creates the piscis vesica, which is the cat's pussy. Now, out of the cat's pussy comes a seed in the form of an egg. There's the egg, and then there's the seed that comes out of the egg. And we all know when you have an egg, how on the egg, or if you look at an egg in an X-ray like image, that off to the side, the blood and the seed and all of that stuff is formulated off on this like a cell. So pushed out of the cell is showing you what's pushed out, and it's the genetics of the cat and that of bloodlines, which they're showing you. So there it is, semen and blood showing you a mix, and there's a seed being pushed out. And that, people, is a wrap. My name is Jerome Wright. You're watching my Jerome Wright channel. If you like my videos, say you do. I know I went all over the place with it, but you know what? It is what it is. I don't have no script, people, and I'm doing these things live and raw for you, and I don't have no end, so I can keep it coming. Thank you. To understand why this is here is to understand why all of the other is there, and I have that understanding. So now I'm going to verify myself first about this being a pussy and a cat. Basically what this is stating is that through the genetic bridging and manipulation of mankind, at one point in time, genetically, the cat, not specifically our household pet, the cat, but the idea, the ancient rooted genetic of the cat, the prehistoric version of our cat, contributed to the genetic altering of mankind. And it is being recognized in symbolization right here. Okay? Now, what did this cat do? Well, if you notice, well, first of all, well, yeah, because I'm going to get to, if you notice, let me keep going. If you notice that one of these circles get longer than one another, and it goes in like an egg form. It is what it is, people. It creates an egg. So out of an egg comes a seed. So if you look closely at this building structure here, or this these structures, it creates again a skull-like image, which creates that of the skull of the cat, which I'll get into it. Then on the other side here, down where the mouth would be, if you looked hard, split, I can see images of what may and may not kings and queens wearing their crowns right there. That's what I see. Are we there, people? Are you there? Are you there yet? Okay, yeah, you're there. Okay, let me make sure my finger's it right here. So I'm seeing a split head of a king and a queen, as you would see on cards, on a deck of cards, the head side by side, and I'm seeing that jumping off right here. I'm seeing my cat skull here, and this building here is just separating the two. Okay, cleverly creates the eye socket, Anunnaki, ancient everybody, ancient Africans, ancient apes, everything. And all of this stuff, people, I am genuinely connected to. And in being connected in that way allows me to show you what is here. And this is like child's play to me. Okay? So we have the piscis vesica. All right? It represents the female organ, the fertility and the female vagina. When I was growing up, I called this, street terms for it, I called it, when I grew up I called it a straight out pussy. That's what I called it. I didn't have that piscis vesica name. That's probably why I can't even pronounce it. But I say pussy very well, don't I? But yeah. So here we have a pussy. If y'all don't mind me saying that, okay? Let me call. I call things as I see them. So we have a pussy. A pussy belongs to a female. Okay, and in some cases, when I was growing up and all, instead of so to get away with calling a pussy, I would add the term cat in it. You know what I mean? So say your pussy cat. All right. So lo and behold, there's Garfield. There's Garfield's ears. So I got my childhood pussy, which is y'all piscis vesica, and I got my cat. My term that I actually call it, a pussy cat. Okay? So, What is a pussycat doing here on the lawn here of this National Washington Monument here? Well, it's a symbolization, an ancient symbolization that is actually stolen idea, stolen technology, a stolen concept that have evolved not just through ancient Africa and ancient Egypt. It was actually through ancient Rome and passed down, and finally here it is in ancient Washington. So, you know, let me tell you people that before there were Freemasons, before there were the Illuminati, there was ancient rooted religion, which has been around for seemingly forever. Then there's this ancient rooted kingships and queenships. These people govern our world, whether you want to believe it or not. The Illuminati is not shit. The Freemasons are not shit. However, ancient rooted religion and ancient rooted kingships and queenships are the shit. So, it kills me when I see clowns on TV or clowns that do not understand anything about anything, because if you want to give credit for this, you have to give credit to where it's due. Credit for this is through ancient rooted religion and ancient rooted royalty. Those that have went and stolen the ideas globally from all of those that came before us that had the knowledge to create designs like this that could only be seen from the air. This is not no Freemasonry. This is bigger than that. This is bigger than Illuminati. This is bigger than demonic crap. This is bigger than all of that. This is about stolen and suppressed technology that came from our ancient ancestors that knew that our being was about something that was far more bigger than that, as these would be eye sockets of the skull of the cat. Okay, now, the obelisk, what is that doing? Well, if you look at the shape of the obelisk, okay, which is almost seemingly like four triangles which come together, people, if you look at the nose of the cat, because this is right sail squinted in there, this would create a nose of my cat. So we have the image of the cat's pussy, and the would-be nose of our cat. Meaning that through this creature, new genetic founding stone building blocks were made for that of mankind. And this is being symbolized through that. And this is what is being discussed here in this aerial view. Hard to believe? No, don't be. Hold on. Because I got to take you and I'm going to show you. You see that bulb on the top right here? You see the eye sockets? You see that? It creates, and depending on the resolution, on the distance that you come to and from, you can actually see all of which I've described here, which creates that of images, multidimensional images of beings that calls for who we are today. This is why you have that elongated egg right here, because it shows you through the body of the cat pushed out these genetics, and through ancient rooted royalty, these genetics were maintained. Now, okay, before I go into the images of the cat, I'm compelled to talk about, before the go to the skull of the cat. We're stuck on stupid with this Freemasons bullshit, with this Illuminati bullshit. Once again, we're here again on my Jerome Wright YouTube channel, here on YouTube. And as those of you that have been following my videos, you know that through my paranormal experience and encounter, which actually allows me to be mentally drawn into areas of mystery surrounding that of our ancestors and ancient megalithic structures and or ancient structures that have some type of symbolic meaning or symbolizations to them that the masses of us do not understand. Okay, through my paranormal experience and encounter and my multidimensional sense of awareness and vision and being, period, I am able to bring to you logical reasoning and factual explanation why structures like this can be viewed for actually what they truly are. All right, here, this is Washington, the Washington Monument, the obelisk. There it is right there. And we have, you have some experts or theorists that have identified this location, this cross center here, as being the Pisces vesica or vesica Pisces, whatever how you like to say it there, which represents the female organ, reproductive system, system, or the vagina. Okay, the egg, the ovaries, whatever. I mean, whatever you want to go at it with. The female vagina. All right, I'm gonna go right down to this, and go from there. And I'm going to give you what I know. When I look at this, I'm drawn into it because I go beyond this. I go into the realms of ancient everything, and I'm connected to everything that is ancient here in our world. So before there was this, there was our ancient Egyptians, ancient